Since its discovery in the 19th century, dinosaurs have been fascinating the world. Some were so large that their dimensions are hard to believe. Top 10 biggest dinosaurs. Number 10. Giganotosaurus. Like most of the great carnivores, it lived in the Cretaceous period, between 99 and 96 million years in Argentina. It measured 42 feet in length, 13 in height, and weighed 8 tons. His skull was a little more than 4.9 feet. It was so large that it was supposed to feed on Tyrannosaurus-sized prey. However, he had a weakness: speed. Do you see those bulky legs? It is because his femur was larger than his tibia, making him an animal quite heavy and unable to run at great speeds. That is why he is thought to be a predator of ambushes. Number 9. Carcharodontosaurus. Its name means shark-toothed reptile and refers to its fearsome sharp teeth. He lived in the Cretaceous period, between 113 and 93 million years, in what is now Africa. It was 42.6 feet in length and reached 13 feet in height. His weight was about 15 tons, and his skull alone measured 5.2 feet long. His teeth tore the flesh of his victims and bleeding them, making it impossible for them to survive. His claws served as sharp knives with which he could catch his prey while he killed them. The Carcharodontosaurus had a speed of 25 miles per hour. That is to say, it could reach and kill anything. Number 8. Pliosaur. It is not a single species, but a suborder of marine dinosaurs whose largest members were 49.2 feet in length and weighed 45 tons. Do not be fooled by its appearance. Despite appearing like a simple fish, it became the most terrible predator of the ocean during the Middle and Late Jurassic period. He used his 10-foot jaw and his 12-inch long teeth to catch fish, squid, and other marine reptiles. His bite exerted 10 times stronger pressure than that of Tyrannosaurus rex. He could even eat large plesiosaurs. Number 7. Plesiosaurus. These marine reptiles were a family of dinosaurs that lived during the Jurassic and Cretaceous. Its largest members were 49.2 feet long. They are described as animals with turtle bodies and snake heads. They had fins that moved up and down, that is, vertically, giving the impression of flying into the water. This apparent parsimony did not prevent them from diving more than 984 feet. Their feeding consisted of squids, fish, and sometimes other smaller plesiosaurs. All fossil remains have been found in Asia and North America, so it is believed that they inhabited the seas near those continents. Paleontologists assumed that they laid eggs, until a female plesiosaur with a fetus inside was found. It is now known that they gave birth as mammals. Number 6. Spinosaurus. His name means lizard with thorns because of the huge flap on his back. It lived in the Cretaceous period, between 112 and 93 million years in what is now Africa. It reached a length of 59 feet, a height of 14.7 feet, and a weight of 12 tons. The skull of Spinosaurus was the largest of all carnivores, measuring 6.6 feet long, but it is believed that it was more equipped to eat fish than to hunt ashore. Its hind legs acted as oars when it was in the water, its fin-like rudder, and its tail moved, giving impulse to him like one of the crocodiles. It is even believed that between his fingers was a membrane similar to the legs of the penguins. Number 5. Diplodocus. Like the great herbivores, the Diplodocus lived during the Jurassic period, between 155 and 150 million years in what is now North America. It reached a length of 108.3 feet, a height of 23 feet, and weighed 15 tons, which is little for an animal of that size. Its front legs were a little shorter than the rear, so its body and neck had to be kept in a horizontal position. He ate ferns and river algae, for which he had enough to submerge his long neck in the water. He also swallowed stones because they helped him digest. Diplodocus are thought to live on the prairies, but lay their eggs in the woods. They had a huge tail that ended in the form of a whip and moved at a speed of 746 miles per hour, so it was a deadly weapon. Some paleontologists argue that only the sound of the tail in the wind should have served as a warning. These animals, once they were born, never stopped growing until the moment of their death. Number 4. Brachiosaurus. Its name means lizard of the arms. This is because, unlike the other long-necked dinosaurs, this has the anterior limbs longer than the hind limbs, giving it that vertical aspect. It lived 150 million years ago in the Jurassic period in what is now Europe, Africa, and North America. It measured 85.3 feet in length, 29.5 feet in height, and weighed 35 tons. Another of his rarities with respect to his relatives is that his tail measured less than his neck. Brachiosaurus liked to stand on two legs to eat the tallest leaves in the trees. Number 3. Mammankaisaurus. Its name means lizard of Mammankai, the Chinese city where the first fossil was discovered. It lived 156 million years ago in the Jurassic period, in what is now Asia. It had a length of between 53 and 82 feet, and a height of 82 feet. Its weight is estimated between 20 and 32 tons. The Mammankaisaurus lived in herds and fed on the abundant conifers that at the time populated their habitat. His teeth had a tack shape that allowed him to remove the leaves he wanted without difficulty. Number 2. Sauroposeidon. The god Poseidon was responsible for earthquakes, so the name of this dinosaur means lizard that shakes the earth. He lived in the Cretaceous period 112 million years ago in what is now North America. It measured 111.5 feet in length, 59 feet high, and weighed 55 tons. One of its vertebrae alone can measure 4.9 feet in length. His head was rather small compared to his body, otherwise it would have been difficult to hold. His teeth in the form of a spatula did not allow him to chew well the leaves he ate, so it is thought that the crushing was done in the neck, where he had accumulated small stones, and in the stomach. Sauroposeidon is the tallest dinosaur ever found, but not necessarily the largest dinosaur because others gain it in weight and length. Number 1. Argentinosaurus. This dinosaur was discovered, as its name implies, in Argentina. It lived 97 million years ago in the Cretaceous period. It reached a length of 108.3 feet and a height of 52.5. With 70 tons, it is the heaviest dinosaur ever known. A single one of the vertebrae found was 5.21 feet high and was 4.23 feet thick. The Argentinosaurus was fed by tall palm leaves, many of which survive to this day. If you thought the top was over, pay attention to what follows. In 1878, an excavator found a 5-foot-long vertebra that, when arrived at the hands of paleontologist Edward Dinkler Cope, was cataloged as part of the skeleton of a new species, the Amphicolaeus. He determined that the bone was actually 6.5 feet high and belonged to a long-necked herbivore that lived 150 million years ago during the Jurassic period in North America, which measured 196.8 feet in length and weighed 120 tons. However, the vertebra was in such poor condition that it ended up being destroyed before being put on display. So the only thing you have as evidence are the drawings. As a result, scientists labeled it as an uncertain species. Currently, and despite